Hello everyone, Shroomraver here, and today I'm excited to be bringing you my fourth game from the SMD League, the Screw My Draft League. Yes indeed. Now, we've got off to a pretty good start in this ridiculously crazy league. We're sitting at 2-1, which isn't bad. It's not bad at all. And this week, coming off the back of a really useful win in the last game that we played, which was against Nacho. This week we play against Keyno and FC Eeveeton, a stalwart of Season 2 of the PPL. It was good old Keyno, and of course a legend when it comes to GFX. His links will be down in the description below. Make sure you check his stuff out. As I said, his GFX are like absolutely fantastic. He's very talented. So check out his stuff. He's cool people. So, FC Eeveeton. I'm going to take you through the team that he can choose from, and that is as follows. Braviary, Ampharos, Phione, Staraptor, Gyarados, Tornadus Eye, Mega Gyarados, Beedrill, Mantine, and Blastoise. Can you spot the weakness? Yeah, so he's a little bit weak to Electric, I think it would be fair to say. And I have on my squad a Manectric, which instantly gives me a monumental advantage over him. He has on his team literally one thing that wants to take on Manectric, and that is the Ampharos. It's the only thing he has that wants to take on Manectric, like bar none. Beedrill will take a hit, because Beedrill is weirdly specially defensive. So if he invests heavily enough, Beedrill will take a hit. Ampharos, you know, that'll obviously take it on as well. So essentially what I need to do is bring Manectric and bring things that can deal with Ampharos. So the team I decided to bring, very quickly, I've got Scarf Manectric, Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, Hidden Power Grounds, Flamethrower for the Beedrill, Hidden Power Ground for the Ampharos if I need it. You know, this is standard. Manectric outspeeds, I think, everything on his team. So I gave it a Scarf to guarantee that it would do that. And yeah, it just outspeeds everything, and it's going to be a big player for me. Porygon 2, Sharduck is here. We've got a specially defensive P2 because his team is kind of specially offensive. He's got some Gyaradoses and a Staraptor, but and Braviary. But you know, I wanted something to take on the Tornadus, really. So yeah, Thunderbolt, Tri-Attack, Toxic, and Recover. You're going to see a lot of electric moves on my team. A lot of electric coverage on this team. Mega Titar. This is an adamant, speedy one. Rock Slide, Thunder Punch, Earthquake, Rock Polish. Rock is another nice typing against Keyno. He's not only got a lot of water types, he's got a lot of flying types as well, and other things that are weak to rock, like for example that Beedrill. Who else have we got on the team? We have the Torterra. This is going to be a Yachi Berry Shell Armor Torterra. We don't want any crits going on here. Physically defensive, Stealth Rock, Leech Seed, Rock Slide, Seed Bomb. Get hazards up, you know. He doesn't want to waste too much on Defog on his team, but he needs to waste it on at least one move slot because of so many flying types and weaknesses to rocks that he's got. Ordino! Yes, Ordino. I'm very happy with this set. This is, once again, this is a defensive spread. Max with the Choppleberry, Thunderbolt, Calm Mind, Wish Protect. So we've got mono attacking with Thunderbolt. Once that Ampharos is gone, Ordino's going to be putting in the work. And then we have Ellie the Beautifly, looking to be an MVP on my team. We've got once again a Focus Sash set here, Special Attack Speed, Timid, Quiver Dance, Electro Web, Giga Drain, and Bug Buzz. All very nice. So, on Keyno's team, we have got, from left to right, we've got one of the Gyaradoses, Staraptor, Ampharos, the other one of the Gyaradoses, Tornadus Incarnate, and Beedrill. So, yeah, he's got a Mega Gyarados, he's got a regular Gyarados. Manectric doesn't particularly care for either of them. Manectric, as I said, is going to be putting in the work here. Ampharos is there. I'm fairly certain, looking at this, that it's going to be an Assault Vest one to take on the Manectric literally as well as anything can. But I have ways and means of dealing with that. You know, I've got Toxic sitting around. I've got many residual damage options that I can go for against this Ampharos. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be me going over the team. So without any further ado, let's get right into the battle and see exactly how things played out. Okay, so I'm going to be leading off with my Scarf Manectric. I literally have no reason not to do this. It hits everything. He doesn't have an immunity to Volt Switch. Beedrill will take this hit though, you know, it's got a decent enough special defense to do that. So I'm going to Volt Switch on out. This is my win condition, I can't risk it. Going to go into Audino as Keyno is going to go for his Toxic Spikes. I don't have any kind of removal, I don't have a Poison type. So he's going to set up his second layer as I go for my first Calm Mind. And now, this is fairly scary for him. You know, doesn't really want to be taking too many hits. He is going to U-turn out here. And he's going to go into his Staraptor, as you'll see right about now. Which is scary. I've actually gone here for my second Calm Mind, which is unfortunate. He's got a free close combat to go for me here. But it's fine. I'm defensive. I have the Chople Berry. We tank that hit very handily indeed. And Audino here is just going to drop a Thunderbolt onto the Staraptor and clean take it out. So turn 4 and we've got rid of a massive threat. So that is fantastic. Now, in comes the Gyarados. I'm going to go for a Wish here, try and take a hit. I do take the Waterfall. But we get flinched, guys. Which is unfortunate. I'd have gone for a Protect next turn, got a Wish back, and then Audino pretty much would have swept. It would have beaten the Ampharos 1v1 very easily. But what this means is I can bring in my Manectric for the revenge kill. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to click Volt Switch, and that is Gyarados gone straight from the field. Didn't stand a chance. So, first KO for Manectric. Really nice to have that revenge KOing things all over the place. What I'm going to do is bring in Beautifly. It is immune to the Toxic Spikes. It has a Sash. It can take any hit that he's going to go for. He is going to bring in his other Gyarados, his Mega Gyarados. Now, as you can see, he is going to Mega up here. I click Quiver Dance, looking to take a hit and then hit it hard. But, turns out I outspeed. He's running a bit of a bulkier spread. And he's actually going to go for a Substitute here. Which normally would be an absolutely terrifying thing. But, I do have the Bug Buzz. And that's going to, of course, go through the sub. And just clean take out the Gyarados from there. So, Ellie the Beautifly taking out Mega Gyarados, that was grand. Now in comes Ampharos. I just want to see what damage I can do to this thing. I do 35%, which is fairly handy chip damage onto the Ampharos. He's going to go for Volt Switch and get a crit to take me down to Sash. Highly doubt that mattered in the slightest. And what he's going to do is he's going to go into his Beedrill. So we've got some hot Beautifly and Beedrill action. I can't touch this guy. I'm going to go for the Electro Web just to lower its speed. I'll get a nice revenge crit. The speed drop in the end, it doesn't matter at all, because he's just going to go for U-turn. And get the hell on out of dodge. So, Beedrill doing okay for Keyno, innit? Beautifly, got a kill. What more can I ask for? So, Keyno is going to bring in his Ampharos. I have the initiative on him. I am just going to bring in my Torterra. Now, he doesn't know that I don't have Earthquake. So what he's going to do is, predicting that Earthquake I guess, he's going to go into his Tornadus. But I'm not going for Earthquake, I'm going for Stealth Rock, so now that Beedrill is dead on switching, and we can see exactly what this Tornadus is going to try and do. What that Tornadus is going to try and do is go for Substitutes. I'm just going to be going for Rock Slide. And this is the thing that's going to happen for the next few turns. Good thing about this Tornadus, of course, is that it's not Scarfed, so Manectric still outspeeds. Now what I think Keyno is doing here, I'm just going to let this play out because it's just the same thing, is twofold. On the one hand, he is Toxic Stalling my Torterra very effectively. He doesn't really have to do anything to me at this point, he doesn't have to risk like a Hurricane Miss, he can just let me take myself out to poison. But on the other hand, of course, he's possibly fishing for that 10% miss chance on Rock Slide, which can happen. And if he can get himself behind a Substitute, I'm going to have to go into Manectric once this guy's gone down. I'm going to have to Volt Switch out, and then something else is going to have to be sapped, basically. Because I have two fighting weaknesses. He's probably got Focus Blast. But as you can see, All Killer No Filler here has been trained in the mountains. He was training with Blue Lines when I was training Blue Lines for Head Smash. So as you can see, Keyno's going to go for his last sub. I'm going to go for my last Rock Slide. And once again, I am going to hit every single Rock Slide. So Torterra is going to go down to Poison. But it has allowed me to sort of stop that Tornadus from getting itself behind a sub. Which is fantastic, because what that means is I can once again bring in Manectric and just go for the Volt Switch KO. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Down goes Tornadus, another big threat neutralized. And Manectric is still at 100%, looking really good. So what I'm going to do here is bring in my Porygon 2. It is the next best thing to take on anything on Keyno's team. I don't particularly want to be taking a Focus Blast from Ampharos with my Mega T-Tar just yet. So I'm going to bring in Shardock as Keyno is going to sack off Beedrill to the rocks. A nice KO for Torterra there, which is grand. Always good to see that. So now in comes Ampharos. It is 3-on-1. Now he is going to go for the Focus Blast here. Porygon 2 is going to tank it because Porygon 2 is a monster. And I'm going to get a Toxic off. Now assuming this thing is Assault Vest, that means no Heal Bell, that means no Rest. So it just comes down to, can this Ampharos take out the 3 rest of my Mons in 3 turns, basically? The answer is a resounding no. Focus Blast does 39% to my P2, and I'm just going to be able to recover here, which is great. He's going down to Toxic, basically. Now here, I could have recovered again, but I wasn't sure about the roll, and I decided just to go for the Tri-Attack. You know, this game is basically sewn up. Tri-Attack isn't going to take down Ampharos because, as I say, probably Assault Vest, and I'm not invested. But Toxic is going to take down Ampharos. Toxic is also, of course, on my side going to take down Shardock the P2, and that basically is going to be the game. So, a nice 2-0 win there over Keyno. This was always going to be a tough match for him, and I don't say that as sort of for the reasoning of, oh, I'm big sort of gap in skill difference, because I wouldn't say there is. I had a match up there. I had an instant massive advantage simply by having Manectric on my team. You know, Keyno's team just, I think, typifies, and I'm saying this with this being the first season of the Screw My Draft League, but Keyno's team really typifies the SMD League mentality of let's just really mess up people's teams, let's screw them over as much as possible. You know, he's got so many electric weaknesses, it is unbelievable how many he's got. Like, the only things that aren't destroyed by their Ampharos and Beedrill. And when you're relying on them, that's not a good place to be. So I had a monumental advantage going into this game. And Manectric was able to do, you know, a lot of work alongside some other things. P2Ping in a shift, we saw some nice stuff from Ordino, Torterra, of course, hitting all of the rock sides, and Beautifly once again. I'm really excited using Beautifly. I have some experience of using Beautifly on the ladder, PU back in the day. I use Beautifly a decent amount, so I know my way around a Beautifly set. But I'm really enjoying using it in this league. It's really good fun to use. So yeah, I'm happy with how it's performing and the team as a whole. Because what that means is that Parasect Germain are 3-1 in the SMD League, which is grand. Always really happy to see that kind of results. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. So, good stuff. Next week, whenever that game shall be, oh, and what a game it's going to be. Next week in the Screw My Draft League, we take on my very, very good friend Kelly, aka Under the Radar and the Baltimore Braviaries. That's going to be a cracking game, I'll tell you for why. This is a format, this is a style within this format, which really lends itself quite well to the concept of the meme set. And as you know, I'm a big proponent of that. You may not know, Kelly is as well, in a big way. So I can very much envisage us both bringing some really crazy sets, which is going to be so entertaining to watch. I'm really looking forward to it, not just because he's my very good friend, but because I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to bring. I've already got some ideas rattling around up here for the kind of stuff I'm going to bring, so keep your eyes peeled for that video coming up, hopefully in the not too distant future, along with all sorts of other league-based videos when I get my arse in gear and get more recording done, because I'm a busy bee. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for me, so thank you all very much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed. As I say, make sure to head down into the description where you'll find links to Keyno's Twitter and YouTube. Check out his stuff. He is a very, very talented GFX artist. That's not all. He's of course got Pokemon competitive content on his channel as well. Check it all out. It is of course of the highest quality that you would expect for someone of his talents. So yeah, check those out. But I've rambled off far too long. I am in fact going to get out of here. So my final thank you to you all for watching. And I guess with that, I'll see you next time. Laters.